driver here in Phoenix, Arizona. How's everybody doing out there on September 7th? It's a Saturday, and it is 7:27 a.m. How's everybody doing out there on Saturday? As for me, I'm doing okay. I guess I'm doing okay. Did not make a whole lot today, but, hey, some days it's going to be like that. Some days you're going to make great money. Some days you're going to make okay money. And some days you're just not going to make too much money at all. Some days are going to be like that. And that's in every business that you work, run, whatever. There's going to be slow days. There's going to be busy days. There's going to be okay days. That's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Today I want to talk about me working a 5-hour period. I start at 3 a.m. and I finish at 8 a.m. every single day, except today. Sometimes I stop a little early. Sometimes I go on to 8:30, but it's normally a 5-hour period from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's my set schedule. That's what I do. Like I said, when I get done around 7:50, 7:30, I go straight to the car wash, vacuum out the car, go straight to the gas station, and I fill it up for the next day. I don't go and put gas while I have passengers in my car. As a matter of fact, one of my passengers told me about that yesterday, is they pick up passengers, or actually an Uber or Lyft driver picked up a passenger, and this passenger had told me, and didn't have any gas. So they had to stop and put gas as they had a passenger in the car. That is just incredible. I guess you can do what you want, but you're going to get low ratings. You're not doing your job professionally and accordingly, the way it should be done. I fill up my gas tank every time I'm done for the next day. So, want to talk about my 5-hour day. That's what I do. Today was pretty strange. Some days you're going to get some strange days. Some days you're going to get, normal days. But today, not one airport trip. And normally I do anywhere from at least 1 to 2 to at least about 4 or 5 a day. Well, actually in a 5-hour period. I do anywhere from 1 to about 5 airport trips in a 5-hour period. And I did not do not one airport trip at all. As a matter of fact, I did not go down south Phoenix at all. The furthest I went was all the way out to Sun City, the west side of town. Went to Lynchfield, all out that way out there, Sun City, way out that way. And then normally, or actually all out that way, I was doing trips. And then I did a lot of trips out in the North Phoenix area by the 101, Happy Valley, Pinnacle Peak. My first one was out to Pinnacle Peak at the FedEx location out there by Pinnacle Peak and 19th Avenue, or 7th Avenue, whatever you want to call it. It's between those streets. But that's what I do in a 5-hour period. I get up about 2:20, take a shower. That way I'm awake, get ready, come out to the car about 3 a.m. Normally it's a little bit before 3 a.m. Put everything together. My security measures, put everything together, all my cords and my lift light, and then I go online. I wait for my first trip, then I start my 5-hour work day. Sometimes it's 4.5, sometimes it's 5.5. Like I said, it's normally around a 5-hour period from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's what I do. And I do this. Now, every driver is different. Some drivers work overnight. Some drivers work, 10 hours. Some drivers work 8 hours. Some start at 8 a.m., finish at 5 p.m. like a normal job. But this is what I do. This is what works for me. I've been doing it for about 2 years now. I've been an Uber and Lyft driver for about 4 years. And I started doing this when I came here to Phoenix, Arizona. I used to start between 7 and 8. Then I kind of figured it out because I would work all day just to make what I wanted to make. So I started getting up earlier and earlier, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And I started telling myself, wow, this town is an early bird town. Well, I kind of figured it out. The heat. People want to get to where they need to go and start their day and end their day quick because of the heat. It gets extremely hot here in Phoenix. I mean, you're looking at 110, 115, 120, up to the 120. Believe it or not, it gets super, super hot. So, with that being said, I started to get up earlier, and I figured it out. Okay, 2 a.m. the bar is closed. Not that I want to pick up drunk people or people that are intoxicated. No. I figured it out. 2 a.m. they close. So between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., they're either home already, passed out drunk somewhere, in jail, whatever. But they should be where they're going to be within that hour period from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. when I start. I pick up a few drunk people here and there on the weekends, more on the weekends. If it's a weekday, it's very rare. I mean, this ain't Vegas, so I do pick up a few of them throughout the week, but more on the weekend. Then it starts getting to where I'm picking up people going to work, picking up people going home, stuff like that, going to the airport. School's a big factor, not on the weekend, but during the week. I mean, a little bit of school, not too much. School, it's kind of died down with the school thing, but I think it'll pick back up once we get back into the winter. It'll pick back up with, transporting school students to school, college, high school, stuff like that. Do not transport anybody under the age of 18. That's just policy, Uber and Lyft policy. I do not do that. You got to be 18 years or older to travel in a rideshare vehicle. So 5-hour period, that's what I do. And I do very, very well in a 5-hour period. Today was very slow, or should I say a little dead, little dead, but did pull in $90 some, almost $100. So did pretty good. In a 4.5-hour period. I actually wanted to shut it down. Didn't get no airport trips, getting a lot of small trips up in the north end of Phoenix, but hey, I take them. They want to pay me, I'll take it. You want me to walk you to your neighbor? You pay me, I'll walk you. That's the way I look at it. I do every single trip, whether it's an hour long, 2 hours long, or even a couple minutes long. I take any trip I can get. And for one, it's because here in Phoenix, it's not Las Vegas, it's not New York, it's not California where it's extremely busy. You got to get what you can get out there, because if you don't, someone else is going to snag that money like me. So just want to throw that out there to all you Uber and Lyft drivers as well. But yeah, 5-hour period, that's what I do. I work 5 hours a day, every single day, 7 days a week, 35 hours a week. Sometimes I take a day off. And I'll work six days a week. But for the most part, it's 7 days straight. 5 hours, 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's what I do. It works for me tremendously. Although I was thinking of changing my time to maybe like 1 to 6 or even 3 to 8 in the evening. Although it's still hot. So I think what I'm going to do is once it starts getting cooler into the winter, I think I might change my time just to see how it works out. I know there's a few guys out there that make good money working 1 to 6, 1 to 7, or 3 to 8. Working the late afternoon shift is busy as well, but it's just hot. That's it. It's really, really hot and miserable out there. That's why I do not work that shift. I like the early morning. I'm home. I'm done. I could take care of whatever else I need to take care of, but I am done with Uber and Lyft at 8 a.m. or a little after, or maybe a little bit before. But that's my 5-hour day, or morning, should I say. 5 hours in the morning from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. And most passengers ask me, they always ask me, do you do a lot of trips? Do you do a lot of business that early? Well, yeah. I got you. And they're like, yeah, but do you make good money that early? Do you do a lot? This is what I tell them. It's common sense. At 3 a.m., there's not a whole lot of Uber and Lyft drivers, rideshare drivers, taxis, buses, whatever. There's not a whole lot of transportation at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, you can count on one transportation, and that's the police. If you get pulled over and you're drinking, you get a DUI, guess what? You got a free transportation to the jail. That's right. It's better to get one on an Uber and Lyft and a rideshare than in a police vehicle. Or should I say cruiser is what they call them. So, 5-hour period, this is what I do. It works for me. It may not work for a lot of drivers out there. I know there's a lot of drivers that do the late afternoon shift or even at nights. I don't do the late nights, 12 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. No, I don't do that. That is just too dangerous, too scary, although it's dangerous driving any time throughout the day or night. But it's more scarier to drive through the night. So that's what I do. I start super early in the morning where people are going to sleep, or the ones that are working, they're up, they're ready to go to their destination, start their day. So I stay pretty busy from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. But like I said, other people, other drivers, it may not work for you. You got to find your niche. You got to find what works for you, what's best for you, and what makes you more money or makes you money on those days that you drive and those hours that you pick. You got to find the best time to make good money. And I found my pretty good time. Even if I don't make that great money, which I still make anywhere from $700 to $1,000 a week. Sometimes I fall short. And, I could probably honestly say it's from $600 to $1,000 a week. More or less, that's what I make. I make anywhere from $600 to $1,000 a week, and I'm happy with that. I am super happy, super jazzed with that. I don't work a whole lot of hours. I don't have to go chase trips. And that's another thing I don't do. I do not chase trips. I don't go where there's hot spots. I don't go where there's surges. I drop off and I start heading home. If I'm far from home, I'm going to get more trips. But I let it go. I let the app work on its own up until it's time for me to set my destination to come back up to where I live. If I'm far, far, far out, like Mesa, Gilbert, way out there, Chandler. If I'm far, far, Buckeye, Anthem, anywhere far, and it's already 7 a.m., I'll set my destination to come back to where I live. Don't come straight home. Go straight to the car wash. Then I go fill up. Then I come home after everything's done. So that's what I do in a 5-hour period. It works for me great. You could try it, but it's every driver's different. So with that being said, you got to find the best time that works for you to make good money, and not work hard, not be out in the heat, or be out in the heat. It's up to you. I mean, you got good air conditioning, you got a good car. Do what you got to do to make that money, pick up those people, and take them to their destination. That's what I do every day. But like I said, I start my morning at 3 a.m. Sometimes a little before, sometimes a little after. But it's around 3 a.m. to 8 a.m., 5 hours for me every single day. And it works tremendously good for me. Like I said, some days are slow, some days are busy. But from Monday to Sunday, I'm making anywhere from $600 to $1,000 a week. Bottom line, that's what I make. $600 to $1,000 a week, working a 5-hour period. So, wanted to share that with you out there. Also, please, I am right at 100 subscribers. Right there. If you could subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you want to hit that like button and hit the bell button so you can keep up with all the videos that I post, and you'll have them all. As soon as I post them, you'll have a new video of UNL driver here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. So, with that being said, That's right. You know what's next. Oh, yes. Peace out.